Paul was presented to the governor Felix. 5 days later the high priest Ananias came down with some elders and a certain Tertullus, orator, who did, before the governor, complained against Paul. Being this called, Tertullus began to accuse him, saying, "Because we enjoy a lot of peace and by your providence are continually made reforms in this nation, in all and everywhere we acknowledge him with all gratitude, O most excellent Felix. But, so that I do not stop you too much, according to thy righteousness, hear us for a moment. We have found that this man is a plague, and promoter of seditions among all the Jews, all over the world, and head of the sect of the Nazarenes, who tried to desecrate the temple. And we have bound him, and according to our law did we judge him. But the commander Lysias no. He took it from the hands with great violence, telling the accusers to come to you, and of thyself by examining it, of all that we accuse him of. Jews also agree in the indictment, stating that these things were so. Paul, having the governor signaled him to speak, and he said, Because I know that thou hast been a judge of this nation many years, with good spirit I make my defense. Well, you can check that it does not. More than 12 days ago, I went up to Jerusalem to worship, and who did not find me in the temple arguing with someone or mutiny the people, both in the synagogues and in the city. Nor can they prove the things that now accuse me. But I confess this, who, following the path they call the sect, so I serve the God of our fathers, believing all that is written in the law and in the prophets, having hope in God, as these same ones also expect, that there is to be a resurrection of both the righteous and the unrighteous. That's why I always try to have a conscience without offense before God and men. Several years later I came to bring my nation hymns and offers. Busy in these things, they found me already sanctified in the temple, not in assembly, nor with tumult, some Jews of Asia, who were to appear before you and accuse you, me if they had something against me. Or let them tell what iniquity they had found, when I attended before the Sanhedrin, except in regard to this one word which, being in the midst of them, cried out, because of the resurrection of the dead, is that today I am being judged by you. But Felix was well informed about the way. He adjourned the matter, saying, When Lysias the commander has gone down, then I will take full knowledge of your cause. And he commanded the centurion that Paul should be kept in prison, but was treated with mildness and that none of it's forbidden to serve him. A few days later, Felix came with his wife Drusilla, who was a Jew, sent for Paul, about faith in Christ Jesus. And when he spoke of righteousness, self-control, and judgment to come, Felix was frightened and replied, For the time being, go, and when I have a favorable occasion, I will call you. He hoped at the same time that Paul would give him money, reason why he called him to call more frequently, and I was talking to him. But after 2 years, had Felix by successor to Portia Festus, and Felix wanted to please the Jews, left Paul in prison. Acts 24:1-27.